The lazy elephant who changed himself. In a deep green forest, there lived a young elephant named Motu. Elephant Motu was big, strong, and kind-hearted. But he had one very big problem. He was extremely lazy. While the other animals woke up early in the morning, Motu slept under a huge tree for hours. While monkeys collected bananas, birds built nuts, and deer searched for food, Motu simply yawned and said, "I'll do it later." But later never came. Every day his mother warned him, "Motu, laziness will one day become your biggest weakness." But Motu laughed. "I am an elephant, mother, I am strong enough to handle everything." Then he would lie down again doing nothing. Sometimes his friends invited him to play, but Motu was too lazy even for that. He stopped helping others, stopped learning, stopped trying. Slowly the animals of the forest stopped depending on him, and without realizing it, Motu became lonely. One evening, dark clouds covered the sky. Heavy rain began falling across the forest. The wind became wild. Trees shook violently. Animals started running to safety. The rabbits quickly carried food. The monkeys climbed trees. Even the tiny ants worked together. But Motu, he was sleeping near the river. By the time he woke up, the water level had already risen. The river became dangerous. Motu tried to run, but the mud was deep and slippery. For the first time in his life, he felt helpless, scared, alone. He shouted for help, but nobody heard him through the storm. After struggling for hours, Motu finally reached higher ground. He was exhausted, cold, and ashamed. That night, he looked around the forest. Every animal had survived because they had prepared earlier. But Motu suffered because he had wasted all his time. For the first time, his mother's word echoed in his mind. "Laziness will become your biggest weakness." Motu lowered his head. Tears quietly rolled down his cheeks, not because of pain, but because he realized something important. Strength means nothing if you refuse to use it. The next morning, something unusual happened. Motu woke up before sunrise. The forest was silent. Cold morning air moved through the trees, and slowly Motu started working. At first, the animals were shocked. The lazy elephant was carrying water, helping broken trees stand again, collecting food, protecting smaller animals. Day after day, he kept improving. It wasn't easy. Sometimes he wanted to sleep again. Sometimes he wanted to quiet. But every time, laziness whispered. He remembered the storm. Weeks passed, then months. And slowly, the same animals who once ignored him started respecting him. Not because he was strong, but because he became responsible. One evening, a little rabbit asked Motu, "What changed you?" Motu smiled softly. Then he said, "Pain teach lessons that comfort never can." The forest became peaceful again, and Motu, he was still strong, but now he was also disciplined, and that changed his entire life. Sometimes the biggest enemy in life is not failure, not weakness, not bad luck. It is laziness, because laziness quietly steals our future, one day at a time. But the moment we choose action over excuses, our life begins to change. If this story hit you, share it with one person who needs it today, and subscribe because more stories like this are coming.